Hello, everyone, and welcome to Big Rob's Little Podcast number 21. I am Robbie Dilts, and today my guest is Matthew Danyluk, the first time for him being on my podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, today, or I should say tonight, we are discussing uh, WWE Survivor Series that happens in a little over 48 hours away. So, lots of great matches on the card.
Yeah.
And let's get right into it by discussing the pre-show match, which is the current cruiserweight champion Enzo Amore going up against Kalisto.
hmm I seen I I don't know when it was a couple days ago. I actually heard about this match because I haven't been following too much because I've been really busy at work. But it's nice that they're giving Kalisto another shot. Did you want me to go right ahead with my predictions, or did you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
go first?
you can go. Go ahead.
So I want to see Kalisto win, but I really think that Enzo Amore is getting a big push right now, and he's going to retain the title.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same way. Geez, I just gave Enzo the belt back.
Yeah.
With the fact that Kalisto, I don't feel like WWE seen the fact. Um, I don't know. I don't know if fans enjoy Enzo as much as if he was a face.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's kind of broken without Big Cass by his side.
yeah, I don't see why they had to split up Enzo and Cass. But I mean, all teams come to an end at some point. um, I kind of get where Enzo is going with this cruiserweight title run and him being a heel and all. I'm gonna say Enzo retains. That's gonna be my prediction for the pre-show match. Moving right along. Geez, I don't know which match to start off with. We'll start with the champion versus champion match. We have Intercontinental Champion The Miz and United States Champion Baron Corbin. They had a war with words through different videos against each other and words on
Yeah,
Twitter. And I think The Miz has got something going for him for sure. Baron Corbin, he's all right. I'm starting to kind of like him a bit more. I don't know what your take is on this.
I thought you would have known my take on this, considering the Miz is the greatest wrestler of all time.
Of course, I mean, like,
Let me rephrase that. The Miz is the greatest to ever speak into a microphone.
yes, of course. And then Paul Heyman is, close to that too.
Close second. We'll give Heyman a close second.
We'll talk about him more later on, but no, I feel you hit it right on the nose there. I feel the Miz says what he has on his mind. He's not afraid to say like anything, really.
Yeah, I also feel like the Miz is creeping up on the longest intercontinental title reign. I believe so.
Yes, he's almost in second for the longest Intercontinental title
Yeah,
reigns
so
combined. So
I'm really hoping that he steals that number one spot, and I think that beating Baron Corbin, the United States champion, would just be that first push to like lock that in.
I agree. I'm going the Miz on this one as well for sure.
Nice.
Yep. All right. So we have a new women's champion on SmackDown, and that's Charlotte Flair. She won this past week.
Yes.
I kind of felt, I mean, sure, it's good on her. She won in her hometown. She had her dad back to congratulate her.
Yep.
It kind of changes my perspective now on this match with her against Alexa Bliss at Survivor Series because I felt that if WWE would have kept the belt on Natty, that Carmella might have cashed in after the match, and that's where I would have seen Alexa Bliss winning the original match between Natalia. But
Okay.
now that it's Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte, I kind of have to. I mean, Alexa Bliss is my favorite, but I kind of have to go with Charlotte on this one.
Really?
I kind of have to.
That was a big surprise to hear from you.
Yeah, I know. She's the more dominant one though, to be honest. And I mean, of course, Alexa Bliss got the title of having both Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships first, but that doesn't mean that, Charlotte isn't any better. I mean, Charlotte was hot potatoing the Raw Women's title back and forth with Sasha Banks, and she did that like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Um, it's going to be a close one, though, for sure.
I'm going to go with Charlotte as well because I was thinking about it last night, and my reasoning was just because her name, I guess, just because she's got that flair, pun intended.
The flair. That's true. Yeah. I don't know now what Carmella is going to be doing with that briefcase as of Sunday.
We
Unless,
know it won't
there's a
be.
chance of there might be a chance of a tease, but that's about it, maybe. But I don't know.
Yeah, and we won't see Ellsworth touching it, which is nice.
Yeah, good. Ellsworth. Oh, yeah. By the way, for those of you who haven't been living under a rock, WWE broke 2 days ago that James Ellsworth got released, which is perfect.
And Darren Young, because apparently WWE is homophobic.
Well, yeah.
Just kidding. But
No,
I kind of think it was stupid to let go of Darren Young.
yeah. Darren Young, along with Emma and Summer Rae, they got released a few weeks back.
Emma was on Raw, or was it Raw or SmackDown, like a couple weeks ago, and now she's released. I can't believe that.
I know. I don't know what WWE was thinking, especially with Emma, but they do their usual spring or fall cleanup.
Yeah, it was just time to clean up.
So
hopefully they'll pull some nice names up onto the roster soon.
Or in words of another YouTuber that I watch, BC Amplified, he says trimming the fat of WWE, but I don't know. Anyways.
So just to break from Survivor Series for a second here.
Okay, go ahead.
Me and one of my coworkers were talking about the Chris Jericho Kenny Omega feud, which, if you guys can see, I'm wearing a Kenny Omega shirt, and Robbie's sporting the Bullet Club. And I also have the Bullet Club hat on. And I think I have my, right here. Got the Young Bucks patch. Go to Hot Topic. You can get a bunch of cool stuff for some really good prices there. But that's not what I wasn't just plugging Hot Topic. I was gonna talk about Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, and my coworker, he truly believes that Chris Jericho is either gonna go over there and join the Bullet Club, like after the match, like maybe there's no decisive winner, and then he's just like, maybe I need to join you guys because the Bullet Club is the hottest thing in wrestling right now. I think everyone can agree with that. And he also mentioned to me that possibly Kenny Omega to WWE soon, which I don't think would be a very good choice for Kenny Omega because WWE would probably just ruin him over there. But if he did come over to WWE and they did a good job with him, then I think there could really be something there.
Yeah, that should be an interesting match for sure. I've definitely been hearing about it a lot too. I mean,
Alpha
obviously,
versus Omega.
Yeah. There was talks about having Kenny Omega in WWE around 2018, but like there was talks since Royal Rumble, so that was a while ago.
Well, 2018 is like a month and a half away.
Exactly. So I don't know. But I'm sure that Alpha versus Omega match is going to be pretty amazing for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's like I was actually driving to Hot Topic, plugging Hot Topic again last night, and Judas came on by Fozzy on the radio. That was pretty cool.
Love that.
I haven't even heard any Fozzy songs on the radio before.
I know it's crazy, but love that song.
Yeah,
All right, let's get back into Survivor Series talk with
yeah, sounds good.
So my prediction being Charlotte Flair. I'm not sure if you made your prediction on Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair yet. Oh yeah,
I
I
went
think
for Charlotte, yeah.
right, you did. Okay, sorry. Moving along. We've got SmackDown Tag Champs, the Usos going up against the Raw Tag Champs, The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. And I kind of feel like I know who you might pick in this match, but I will
I
let you
want to hear
start
your
off.
prediction first.
Okay, I'll make my prediction first. So
Okay.
last year, the Usos made a good point actually this past week on SmackDown that it came down to the Bar and the Usos last year in a match that happened of some sort. And the Usos, I think, might have won over last year, but I think, I don't know if that's true or not, or if it's the other way around. I'm kind of a fan of I can't say I kind of a fan of the Bar. I was gonna say the Usos. I don't know. This match is kind of just going to be overshadowed by everything else that's happening on the card.
That's very true. Even, in my opinion, even the Kalisto Enzo Amore match is kind of like I want to see the winner of that like more than the winner of this match, even though the Bar is my favorite tag team right now.
Yeah. And the Cruiserweight Championship match is the only match on the card, so why they have it on the pre-show is
And it's funny because I'd say the
something
Usos are probably my second favorite tag team right now.
true. Again, this match has a potential to be a great match for sure. But my prediction, I feel like, I think the Usos will not win this match. I think the Bar is going to win this match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I am so tossed up between this, honestly. And I have two different scenarios that are going on in my head. Scenario one being that the Bar goes over. And scenario two is that the Usos go over, but it leads to the Bar starting their breakup.
True. I don't feel like I don't like the Bar, to be honest. Just like them,
No?
just like I don't know. They just kind of seem stale to me.
They are stale, but I don't know, there's just something to them. I love them.
I know.
They are stale, though. I'll agree with that.
Yeah. So you're going. You don't. You. This is a toss up for you.
It is a toss up for me, but I'm going to go with the Bar.
Okay. The Bar. All right. Next match we will talk about. We have the Raw Women's Team of captained by Alicia Fox, and her partners are Nia Jax, Asuka, which those two in general, I just think make Team Raw for the women's team. Then you got Sasha Banks and Bailey. I don't know. This team is all right. And then Team SmackDown is captained by Becky Lynch, Miss Money in the Bank Carmella, Naomi, Tamina, and a woman to be announced at the event, which because Charlotte was supposed to be on Team SmackDown, now since she's the women's champion, like I said, we'll be going up against Alexa Bliss, leaves a spot open on Team SmackDown. This could go a few different ways here with a possible return or just them throwing in someone dumb like Lana or I don't know. Really.
Yeah. I know that me and you were talking about the other night how Paige and Alberto Del Rio just, or Alberto El Patron, I guess is his real name, how they recently just went through another breakup, and apparently Paige is rumored to come back. So maybe that's what that will be.
Yeah, I've been hearing lots of different things about that whole Paige story. I first heard that she was supposed to return on SmackDown.
I heard she was supposed to return on Raw this past Raw.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Apparently, there was talks that she was apparently there, but since I guess someone had spotted her, it kind of just ruined the surprise. And then they just,
Oh,
I don't know. Now she kind of has some heat. I don't really know what's going on with that whole scenario. Maybe they're waiting until after Survivor Series now. I'm
yeah.
hoping, I'm hoping she's back for Team SmackDown in the match.
You want to hear some fantasy booking?
All right.
Lita returns.
That
As a
would be,
lifelong Edge fan, I would love to see that, but
yeah,
how old is she now?
no idea. But
Yeah, she's got to be up there. And obviously that's not going to happen. But
yeah,
if that did happen, that'd be pretty cool. And then I would probably go for SmackDown as my pick. But since that will not happen, and it'll probably be Paige, in my opinion, I'm going with Team Raw because they just have five divas who are just top-notch divas. Naomi is my favorite diva, but that team is just way better than the other team.
yeah. I'm sorry, but I have to agree with you. I like I said, I feel the two that will stand out for Team Raw are the undefeated Asuka and Nia Jax.
Yeah,
There's no passing them two. I mean, sure, like Team SmackDown will all try and get after Nia Jax early on, um, but then that'll just leave Asuka, and she can't
do you do you
beat.
think that Asuka will be the last standing?
I feel like she would if they make it where I've been hearing where like they might well every year they got to do something where it's like the odds are stacked against one team.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, do you think it'll be like a 4-on-1 and Asuka just blows through them all after?
4-on-1 or even 3-on-1. I feel like
Three
maybe
on
like
one, yeah.
Asuka's gonna stand tall regardless.
I honestly feel like WWE should do that. It would make Asuka look very strong.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point you got there.
but definitely going with Team Raw on this one. Next match, 6-man tag match. This is gonna be a quality match.
This
We've
will
got
be a quality match.
we've got a team represented by SmackDown, and that would be the New Day. And you got
Speaking of the New Day, with my new Xavier Woods pop vinyl I picked up last night.
at Hot Topic.
At
Plugs.
Hot Topic. Plugging Hot Topic third time.
Anyways, yeah, and then you
They
got
better
the
pay me
team
for this.
and then you got a team that just reformed within the last month here. We've got representing Team Raw, we've got the Shield. They're back together. Wowie. Um this will probably be one of my favorite matches of the night. Um Gotta go with the Shield though. They just are like returning as a team together. Having them lose right away is not something that WWE should have them do. They were once a team that was basically like undefeated for a while and like looked strong. So it would be kind of a joke to have them lose against the New Day, in my opinion.
Yeah. So where I stand with that is that Vince McMahon wants Roman Reigns to get cheered, and he only gets booed on his own. And so they put him back with the Shield. And it's the Shield. If the Shield loses to the New Day, the only possible way I feel like that can happen is if Roman Reigns ends up turning on the Shield. Because Seth and Dean aren't gonna they're together right now, and
Yeah,
Roman's kind of the oddball out, obviously.
of course.
So I also go with the Shield. If they made the New Day win, that would make the New Day look really strong, and it would make the Shield look really weak, considering they're like the top stable right now, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. New Day's like what 3-4 time tag champs.
Yeah,
But that doesn't really matter in this match.
yeah, it's the Shield.
It's definitely the Shield. Moving on, we've got two more matches left to talk about.
Two big ones.
Two big ones for sure. We got the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match, the men's team this time. We're going to talk about Team Raw being captained by the Olympic gold medalist, the Raw general manager, Kurt Angle, and his.
So,
go ahead.
before you talk about this, I missed this week's Raw. Was it this week's Raw that Triple H got added to the team?
Yes, it was.
Okay, can you inform me of how that happened?
All right, so Bray Wyatt and Jason Jordan, the original fifth member, had a match.
Yeah.
After the match, because I believe Jason Jordan had won, Bray Wyatt was mad, so he took out his frustrations and attacked Jason Jordan and went after the leg of Jason Jordan and even goes and like kind of flings it into the ring post kind of thing, like kind of injures the leg. So Jason Jordan was out. Triple H came out at the end of Raw when Kurt Angle was out trying to say that he was announcing the fifth member, and then Jason Jordan was trying to come out and say, "Oh, don't do this," and this is like this is like my moment and stuff like that. Triple H comes out and says, "If you don't make the damn announcement, I will. I'm the fifth member," and Triple H just adds himself and then pedigrees Jason Jordan afterwards. Which means everyone seems to love, because obviously they're booing Jason Jordan right now. Because I think, WWE is pushing them too soon. They have this whole thing wrong with the fact that, they're playing Jason Jordan as Kurt Angle's illegitimate son.
And Kurt Angle can't even go on his Twitter and remember to include him as one of his kids.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I didn't, but...
He made a post on his birthday, which was a few months back, and he said, "Thank you to my 5 children for the birthday wishes," but he's supposed to have 6 children now.
That's true. So, but yeah, so that's how Triple H got added on to Team Raw. Which,
thank you for informing me.
No problem. Then you got the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. You've got Samoa Joe. These are all huge names. And then you've got Finn Balor.
That Balor boy.
That Balor boy.
Too sweet.
Yes, too sweet. They're going up against a huge star-studded team on Team SmackDown with the Captain Shane McMahon.
This will be a very good match.
Yes, it will. You got Shane McMahon, you got Randy Orton, you've got the glorious Bobby Roode, you've got the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura, and you've got John Cena, who was announced for Team SmackDown as the 5th member. Huge things.
No texting your girlfriend on the podcast, Robbie.
Actually, I'm texting Dylan Koros.
Oh, it's Dylan. Okay, that's an exception.
No, because he asked me if I'm watching NXT TakeOver and if I'm also watching Survivor Series this weekend, which I am. Nice. But no. Hey, I can also text my girlfriend too if I wanted to. But anyways,
I was just kidding with you.
No, back to the match though at hand. This could go either way. I feel, knowing Raw has like a stacked lineup, but I feel the star powers on SmackDown, it's tough. It's really tough.
It is. For me. It really is. It took me a while to make my decision last night when I was going through picking all my different predictions.
I don't know what to say about this match. I feel Team Raw might get the win on this. Braun Strowman. I mean, sure, of course, the whole, again, like I said, big person. All the guys are going to go after Braun Strowman probably. I don't know if that actually is going to work for them, though, over there on SmackDown. I'm just going to go with Team Raw on this one.
Yeah. So my prediction is also Team Raw. And reason being is because of all the new talent that is on Team Raw that are not only new, but they're also top notch talent. The only new talent on SmackDown is Bobby Roode and Shinsuke, and they're both pretty old as well. Like, they're not young guys. And then there's Randy Orton. There's Shane McMahon, who what is Shane McMahon gonna do in this match? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's John Cena. John Cena is Superman, but John Cena is also out of the game right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna go with Raw. But then there's also like the chance of some Raw superstars kind of turning on each other in the match.
Like
But
Joe and Balor.
Joe and Balor, yes, and Braun, because Braun's kind of just Braun. But
Yeah.
I feel like Braun will probably be the first eliminated from the match, and then the last four men from Raw will piece by piece take down SmackDown. But I feel like this match will come down to a final two people.
Yeah.
My prediction is that I'd like to see Finn Balor get the win over Shinsuke or Bobby Roode.
Finn Balor versus Shinsuke in the final two. That would be interesting. I kind of like that idea because I've always wanted to see that match happen.
Who doesn't, right? So,
And yeah, WWE can just take my money.
yeah. Philip J. Fry.
Yeah. Finally, the main event of the evening, champion versus champion. You've got the Universal Champion, the Beast Incarnate, the undisputed Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar, going up against the phenomenal one, representing Team Blue.
Lesnar.
We got AJ Styles, the WWE Champion for Team SmackDown. That is going to be huge. I'm glad that, they WWE got smart with this and put the title on AJ Styles, because Brock versus Jinder, I would have obviously just said Brock Lesnar because he's the beast. Jinder Mahal is just
Jinder Mahal. He's part of the three-man band.
yeah, he's
he's got kids.
No, that's Heath Slater though. In all seriousness though, I definitely still think Brock Lesnar will just win because they don't have Brock Lesnar losing a lot of the times. But,
That is true.
I'd like to see AJ Styles win. He's phenomenal. But this match is just not the match for him. So Brock Lesnar is my choice.
That's fair to say that. Now I'm going to go with exactly what you said of that Brock Lesnar never loses, and I'm going to switch that up and say that he will lose. AJ Styles will win because of the fact that it is not a title match.
Ooh, damn. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'd like to see him win. That would be cool if he does win. But
also, I don't think that they will give both main event matches to one certain brand. I think each brand will get one of the main event matches.
that's true.
And I feel like SmackDown will get the main event and Raw will get the 5-man match.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah. We'll have to wait and see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to talk about NXT Takeover War Games? I don't know if you follow that at all too often, like NXT.
I don't follow NXT actually, and I've been yelled at from some of my coworkers for
Oh,
that because I've heard it's very good.
I get it's kind of hard for you to watch it too, but
That's also true.
so
Um, but then again, I could be watching highlights and stuff, which I do with SmackDown and Raw.
yeah,
But I did see the picture for the War Games, and that looks like a fantastic match.
yes, we got the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong teaming up to go against the Undisputed Era, which is Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. That'll
Bobby
be cool.
Fish.
Yes, Red Dragon in general with Bobby and Kyle. Um, and then we've got the team of who is the third team again? Man, I knew it. It was at the top of my head.
Sanity.
Yeah, it is Sanity. You're correct on that one.
I don't even watch NXT.
Yeah, whatever. So yes, Sanity, and then AOP with Roderick Strong, and then you've got the Undisputed Era. That's gonna be a great match. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I loved watching War Games as a kid, even though it was like like 10 years before I was born almost. But
Yeah,
like
watching it
as a
after.
kid when I would watch like VHS tapes of it or whatnot, like it was just such a weird match, but so cool. Even when I was a kid, I would put like two rings together and like do that whole thing just because I like the idea of that.
Two rings and one steel cage. One huge steel cage. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Um,
And they got a lot of talent that is going to be in that ring.
9 men.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised. I thought like, okay, so NXT Takeover, they're not having a tag team championship match, but this is a huge like War Games 3-on-3-on-3 tag match. This is huge. This is like a 9 man. Well, not really a 9 man. I can't say a 9 man tag match because that just doesn't make sense. But no,
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm at a loss for
It's
words with this event. It's just gonna be amazing. Will it be another NXT taking over the weekend kind of thing, or will Survivor Series actually take over this time and be better?
uh,
We'll have to wait and see.
Survivor Series has a great card.
Yeah,
It looked like it was going to be quite crappy about a month ago, but now I'm very pumped up for it.
yeah, me too. And then with also the likes of matches for Takeover, you got the 4-way Women's Championship match between Ember Moon, Kyrie Sane, Nikki Cross, and Peyton Royce. That's going to be a good match to see. I'm going for Ember Moon just because she's long overdue
Hey,
and she deserves it.
I was about to say the same thing.
And
We're really thinking alike here tonight.
yeah, you've got NXT champion Drew McIntyre going up against Andrade Cien Almas. Drew McIntyre looking to retain that title. I'm hoping so because Andrade Almas does not deserve it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a joke to have him have it. You got
I
Aleister
seen
Black.
what's his Adam Cole post
Yes.
something about like how he wants to take the title off of Drew McIntyre.
Oh, he probably will. That'd be too sweet. We've got Aleister Black going up against the Velveteen Dream, and then we've also got Cassius Ohno kicking off the show going up against Lars Sullivan. That's going to be interesting to see. I'm a Cassius Ohno fan ever since I've seen him in the Indies as Chris Hero. It was pretty cool.
Like at a live event.
Yeah, in Fort Erie.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was cool. But yeah, that's all we have to talk about on this podcast. I want to thank you for being on for the first time ever.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
And until next time, guys, this has been Big Rob's Little Podcast. Make sure to go like my Facebook page, Big Rob's Little Podcast. I'm thinking about making a Twitter and getting
Yeah,
people to follow that. So
haven't
if
been on
so,
Twitter in many a years.
I know I just go on there every now and again. I don't really post much stuff on there, but you can follow me right now at the Robbie Dilts. Um, if you want to put any plugs in for
I
yourself.
was about to say, can I plug myself here? You guys should go follow MD Shady Figs on Instagram for some cool pickups, and I also post a bunch of different photos on there. And I'm going to start posting on there a lot more frequently. And that's MDSHADDY Figs.
Yes, MD
And
Shady.
if you want, you can go follow my main Instagram too, which is mostly just food related items. But that's just MD Shady. If you want to go follow me, guys.
Cool. Like I said, like on Facebook. Follow me and follow Matthew. My next guest will be revealed on my Facebook page.
It's Oscar.
Okay. Breaking news. Oscar taking time to do Big Rob's little podcast. No, I don't know who exactly it'll be yet, but it'll be announced within the next week or two.
Nice.
For sure. I'll try to get a podcast up every week. That's what I've been trying to do. But until then, guys, this has been Big Rob's little podcast number 21, 22.
I think you said 21.
I think at the beginning I said 21.
But you think it's 22?
I definitely now think it's 22, only because of the fact that 21 I had Congo Kong on. Yes, I'm looking at it now. So this is 22.
That's who it was. Who was on? Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. So I will edit the title because I actually didn't put the number in, which I kind of, fucked up and forgot. But until then, guys, take care.